We are delighted to have Mr. Mukhtar Ogle, who is the Secretary of Strategic Initiatives of Cabinet Affairs in the Executive Office of the President of the Republic of Kenya. And I have had some interaction with Mukhtar, and he is a consummate diplomat, humanitarian, and peace builder. And because he has a flight to catch, he has kindly joined us to give us some opening, encouraging remarks and share some of his wisdom. Mukhtar, may I invite you to take the floor, please?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. I'm sorry for disrupting the program as planned. This was an emergency flight I have to take to my rural area. Thank you, everyone. I think Regaining Africa, faith-based and faith-inspired to land restoration, to ask ourselves what the challenges are and what the issues are, resolving climate change crisis by looking at the ecological and the spiritual economics of climate change. This is a very timely theme for discussion, in my view. We all regard climate change as an impending problem, which requires immediate and drastic action to reduce household emissions. But it's important to ask ourselves, why faith? Why faith? Because we need to reach out and prompt the critical mass of our society who are inspired and propelled by the power of faith to make the right decisions for impactful interventions beyond the boardroom semantics that we are used to in terms of addressing the issues of climate change. Faith communities for me in Kenya, especially in the communities that I work with in peace building and community resilience, are the bastion of environmental stewardship against the pollution and destruction by human beings, either by farming, livestock, or of late extractive industry. And engaging them based on their inspiration, based on the scriptures that different communities, whether they are Muslim, especially in Kenya, or Christian, or other traditional faiths, is very important. Faith-inspired or faith-based climate change interventions have been inspired by the failed politics and ethics of climate change, in my view, especially by the ruthless multinationals in cohorts with some governments. Such groups, driven by economic interest, tend to pervert reason, espouse values of human rights, yet erode and humiliate life, erode human dignity. We must restore land so as to be at peace with Mother Nature, in my view, so as to stabilize the greenhouse concentration in the atmosphere. The fate of humanity is at risk. So community ownership, especially the faith community, is very crucial to allow our ecosystems to adapt naturally to the challenges of climate change. More importantly also, as we do land restoration, we also need to have a feed-secure communities, especially in food production, that is not threatened by our reckless disruption of the systems and by remaining at peace with Mother Nature. Also to establish sustainable economic development. Faith-based and faith-inspired interventions must reclaim land spaces for sustainable and responsible sustainable development. We all agree that we face fragile futures. We must therefore examine the uncertain economics of disaster and climate change through innovative and plausible faith-inspired, faith-based interventions. We always undertake, especially governments, we undertake risk management to contain statistically predictable future events. But what about what is unpredictable? The future shocks. Uncontrollable, some might regard it, these are uncontrollable acts of God. And this is where the faith groups come in, where we deploy science and human ingenuity to overcome some of the challenges. As faith groups and communities require a strong and a more globally coordinated government response in dealing with the disasters and keeping economic inequalities low, especially those concerning climate change as a necessary measure to achieve any semblance of future progress of humankind and for us to remain at peace with Mother Nature. Thank you very much and God bless you. And please allow me now to catch my flight.
Thank you so much, Mukhtar. Everyone is applauding you, and safe travels. I know you're going to miss some of your good friends on this call, but we will be in touch, and your message of honesty and hope very, very well received. Thank you so much, and safe travels.
Thank you.